So I just wanted to share something real quick. I've been starting up conversations with people in the sauna at the gym. Instead of everyone just sitting there all awkwardly and like no one's saying a word, and there's all these things we need to talk about, I've been just saying, hey, has anyone heard of 5G? And that leads to a myriad of conversations. And what you find is actually people want to talk. People really want to talk about this shit. And the feedback I've been getting from having these conversations is unbelievable. I have these guys coming up to me at the gym, shaking my hand, saying, man, that was really good. I appreciate you saying something, and I'm gonna go research that. And like, I'm making friends, ma, no, but it's, and that's where we have to do. And I was talking with one guy about it, and I was saying, and this guy's like in his 50s, and we were talking about the wireless devices, how we never had these when we were young, and now it's just like, they're making people like awkward socially, and it's dehumanizing, and we really have to, acknowledge the fact that we've become addicted to this technology. But the dehumanizing aspect, Floyd, right? He's like, oh yeah, for sure. I was like, remember in the Division Bell, they were saying we just have to keep talking, and that could not be more true. The component of it is a real big deal for kids growing up who are normalized. They think this is so normal for us to just always have phones. And I was saying, well, you're in your 50s, you know Pink. So if you have knowledge about something, like if you know about geoengineering, whatever your field is, if you know about 5G and the harms, it's really important to bring these things up in public because people want to know. Once in a while, maybe you'll get someone who's just like doesn't want to hear it, and they can leave. That's fine. But in public places, I think it's really, really positive to just start simple conversations. And this could be talking about, hey, have you seen the sky today? Have you seen those clouds that come out of planes? Like that could start a conversation. So the conversation about 5G that I started, some guy also said today when I did this again just now. He said, oh, they're starting fires too. So now does that have something to do with it? I said, yeah, totally, man. Totally. It's all connected. And so that could have led to something else. And the people sitting there listening, they can just soak it all in. And then, you don't know the seeds you're planting, So we have to just keep planting seeds. We have to keep talking and spreading, because the amount of mind control that this country has been under for a long time now is really disturbing. And the only way you cut through deception and programming and mind control is just by talking cold hard truth. So let's talk, let's be rational, let's be logical, let's have some facts ready, and that could lead to a lot of things. And then you'll make connections and grow your tribe, and let's just keep talking. I think part of this mass brainwashing thing that we have going on in our world is that everything's politically incorrect. So everyone's afraid to talk about things, No. The only way we're going to get anywhere is by talking and getting off social media more. I'm trying to avoid comment sections completely. It's really hard. But I find myself just being wrapped in and no, it's not just. So anyways, I think we need to take steps to limit our time on social media, on our phones and our devices, because it does have a dehumanizing component to it. And I think we just have to remember to keep being social in talking. And remember, the Native American elders, everything was oral tradition. You pass down wisdom by listening to and talking. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely by design that our main way of communicating now is just on phones, typing. Using our thumbs and typing. Like you might have friends on Fedbook that you're friends with, and they like your stuff, but they wouldn't even recognize you in public, or wouldn't even say hi. Like that's why I just couldn't stand Fedbook. I got off Fedbook because I wouldn't if I would have saw one of my Fedbook friends, I probably wouldn't have said hi in public, So I'm like, okay, I got to get off this. But we just have to keep talking. Pink Floyd had it right, and yeah. You know, kids should be playing outside in the streets, riding bikes, not staring at screens. That's all I did when I was a kid. Was I was playing sports, I was skateboarding, I was riding my bike, getting into trouble, lighting fires, just wooden scraps. It was awesome, man. And I was totally seeing and imagining that I was going to fly to kindergarten. And I was so every single day, I went back there and was hammering away. And that's what we need to do. We need to, like hammering stuff, building stuff. I built a plane when I was 5 years old that I was going to fly to kindergarten, and it was like the best thing ever. I'm still proud of it. I had it in my backyard, sprawled out, big, huge plane. Maybe keep our kids building, thinking, creative, using their imagination. You know, if you listen to Neville Goddard, he talks about the Word of God is the mind of man, and that is imagination. We have to use our imagination and creativity because we're being programmed. We're having all this information overload onto us instead of us being the creators and facilitators of the reality. Because thoughts create reality. Your imagination creates reality. We're just having it overloaded onto us, and we're being the recipients of all the indoctrination and programming and information that the media and whatever wants us to be under the spell of. And so, we can learn from just how kids should be acting is how adults should also be acting. We should be also just, thinking of how we want to create reality using our imagination, which is divine. We're a spark of the Creator because we have that creative ability. So we just have to do that, and that's my spiel today. Much love. I'm having a sale, so if anyone wants any devices, 2-day sale, 22% off, orders over $75, Sagittarius code. Remember that is the most important part of being a human, is not only compassion, which I always say, but is our ability to use our imagination and create. And we can only do that sometimes when we're just turning off all the stuff, the wireless stuff. So I'm going to turn off my stuff.